We are back. I am Dave, 10-year intellectual property attorney, dealing with everything. You see the shirts, patents, copyrights, trademarks, as well as trade secrets. And today, look at man, a lot of times, some of these topics and events that are going on, I kind of hesitate to bring you guys them. But at the end of the day, I'm just kind of reporting on the news. You guys can kind of form your own judgment. So with all that being said, first, some housekeeping items. Please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm, as well as hit the subscribe button. Be a part of the IP community where we talk about a lot of stuff from current events to I conduct interviews. We do Shark Tank pitches. I do a live where I kind of break down the IP lawsuit. So we do a number of things on this channel. And today, this is an interesting one because this is like the intersection between intellectual property and politics. So before I play the video, that's going to be that's going to kind of describe generally what's going on between essentially Bud Light's parent company. You see the name of Bud Light's parent company again, Anheuser-Busch. It seems like maybe they did a woke video maybe last year or the year before, and it seems like a beer company called Ultra Right Beer, which again is a play on, you got the right, which is the conservatives, you have the left, which is the liberals or the Democrats, and he has a beer company called Ultra Right Beer, which is kind of was maybe used to kind of combat the wokeness of the left or the Democrats. And seems like Bush or Bud Light's parent company, Anheuser-Busch, slapped them with a trademark lawsuit to seems like kind of weaponize the legal system against I guess them kind of coming back with the wokeness of kind of Bud Light and a parent company, Anheuser-Busch. So I'm going to pull up the YouTube video from the gentleman where he's kind of talking about the lawsuit a little bit. We're going to quickly go through after the video this Fox News article, and I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. So let me pull up the video and let's go here. Let me make sure it's on. Sometimes I watch these videos. Okay, we all good. Let's go here.
Just when you thought it was over, we're taking her out of retirement for one more mission.
Bat to smash a Bud Light can. 2 years ago, I used this bat to smash a Bud Light can, and over 100 million people watched as we sent a message, built a company, and a movement. Still has the blue stain. But now, Bud Light's parent company, Anheuser-Busch, is coming after conservative dad's Ultra Right beer. They filed a federal legal case against us, claiming our name could be confused with their brand. The reality is, we helped expose their woke nonsense to millions of Americans, and now they're angry and they want revenge. They waited until the very last day they could file this, hoping it would go unnoticed and Americans would have forgotten about their ridiculous woke ideology. They know they can't win at trial. They just want to drown us in legal fees, bleed us dry, and make sure no conservative small business dares to call them out again. But I'm not going to let that happen. We've overcome many impossible obstacles since starting this company. I'm not going to give in now. We're going to fight, and we're going to win. And
so that's pretty much all I'm going to play of the actual video from the gentleman who's being sued by Anheuser-Busch. And just kind of give you, I know they played a snippet of the lady drinking a Bud Light. It seems like in that video, the lady is a trans lady drinking a Bud Light, which, like I said, this gentleman with the Ultra Right beer, they kind of combated that or essentially tried to expose Bud Light's parent company, Anheuser-Busch, for, I guess, the wokeness, as he talks about in the video. And as a result of that, they came up, built the company off the Ultra Right beer, which, again, man, I understand how difficult it is to build a company. So anytime you're kind of have some motivation, whether it's kind of politics or whatever the case may be, to build a company, I'm all for building a company. I understand the difficulty of it. So I guess I kudos to him for kind of getting inspiration to actually build a company and something that's hopefully going to be around for a long time. But the whole issue in terms of the trademark infringement case, and I didn't realize Anheuser-Busch owned all these kind of beer brands, but Michelob Ultra, Anheuser-Busch is saying is, or essentially Ultra Right beer is infringing on the Michelob Ultra trademark. So obviously it's a beer called Michelob Ultra, which apparently is owned by Anheuser-Busch. And it seems like Anheuser-Busch is saying that this Ultra Right beer, that name Ultra Right beer, is infringing on Michelob Ultra. Now, we all know, for those of you who've been with me for any length of time, the whole standard of trademark infringement is the likelihood of confusion. Is you seeing one beer and that name going to confuse you, thinking that it's another a beer company or a beer name or essentially associated with another beer company or beer name. And in other words, if you was to look at a beer company or a beer called Ultra Right beer, would you think that's somehow associated with Michelob Ultra? That's essentially what this comes down to. If the ladies and gentlemen of the jury say yes, then that means it's a trademark infringement. If they say, what, Ultra Right beer, Michelob Ultra, I won't be confused. That's not a likelihood of confusion. Then it's not trademark infringement. So that's essentially what we have here. Let me pull up the article really quickly so we can go through it from Fox News. Like I said, I'm not going to read the entire thing, but I do want to kind of pick up on something. So we will fight. The anti-woke beer company fires back at beer giant for intimidation amid a trademark dispute. A shout out to Fox, particularly Andrew Miller, for the article. And again, the gentleman with the woke beer or the anti-woke beers who we just kind of saw in the video with his beer company, I think the Ultra Right beer. So a conservative beer company is pushing back after beer giant Anheuser-Busch filed a trademark claim against it after the company went viral for criticizing Bud Lights associated with the transgender influencer. So it seems like what the gentleman is saying is, hey, Bud Light didn't like us pushing back with their woke ideology, and as a result, hit us with a trademark infringement lawsuit. Anheuser-Busch has filed a federal trademark opposition before the USPTO in an act of corporate revenge against Conservative Dead's Ultra Right beer. The Conservative Dead beer company said in a press release accompanied by a new video. The new video is what I just kind of showed you guys this week, explaining that Anheuser-Busch is claiming Ultra Right beer trademark request infringes on the trademark of Michelob Ultra, which I kind of explained a little bit earlier. And essentially what is happening is they're not actually suing Michelob Ultra. I mean, they're not suing Ultra Right beer, at least at this point in time. Seems like Ultra Right beer filed a trademark with the United States Patent and Trademark Office, and Anheuser-Busch is pretty much, they filed a petition to cancel that trademark, saying that it's a likelihood of confusion against this Michelob Ultra trademark that they have registered. So again, what Anheuser-Busch is doing is not necessarily illegal. They're well within their rights to kind of petition to cancel a mark that they think is a likelihood of confusion. It seems like the gentleman of the owner of the Ultra Right beer is saying that there's some ulterior motives with this. Essentially, they're trying to kind of weaponize the legal system to get back at them for exposing Anheuser-Busch's essentially woke ideology. So that's essentially what is kind of being said. Let's kind of read a little bit more, then I'll kind of get you guys up out of here. Anheuser-Busch wrote in its opposition that it believes that it will be damaged by the registration of the mark Ultra Right, and pointed out that it has a mark and sold billions of products in the United States under the arbitrary and inherently distinct mark Ultra in variants. So essentially the whole point is this Ultra Right trademark, is that going to be a likelihood of confusion with Michelob Ultra? Yes, no. I mean, I can see arguments on both sides, but I would love to hear from you guys in the comment section. And this is the video where I guess, or kind of a picture from the video I just played. The trademark filing comes roughly 2 years after Ultra Right beer launch video, which featured founder Seth. That was the guy who was in a video talking. Seth Weathers smashing a Bud Light can with a baseball bat. Went viral in response to Bud Light partner with transgender influencer Dylan. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that last name. Trademark filing comes roughly to the trademark filing. So look it, and I'm going to be fair. The fact that this petition to cancel the mark from Anheuser-Busch came 2 years after that video, that lets me believe that maybe the video didn't have anything to do with it. I would imagine if it was, okay, as soon as you do the video, a week later, a month later, Anheuser-Busch filed a petition to cancel the mark in light of its Michelob Ultra trademark. But the fact that this is 2 years later, that kind of leads me to believe that it maybe wasn't, that they're not trying to weapon the system, but they actually do believe that the Ultra Right beer is going to be, essentially causing a likelihood of confusion with the Michelob Ultra. Now, whether or not they win or not is a completely different issue, but it seems like, at least to me, from kind of knowing that, it doesn't seem like it was in response to that kind of Seth and the Ultra Right beer company smashing a Bud Light. So again, that's just my thoughts. I may be wrong. You maybe disagree with me. I would love to hear from you guys. And then let's kind of read a little bit more. The partnership sparked a social media firestorm, causing beer drinkers to boycott Bud Light, which appears to have significant impact on the brand domestic sales. So it seems like, kind of based on the video that Bud Light did with the trans influencer, seems like Seth and the team at Ultra Right beer said, let's what they say, boycott Bud Light, and it seems like that kind of worked, at least to a certain extent. Anheuser-Busch is furious. We help expose their, this is kind of self-talking. Anheuser-Busch is furious. We help expose their woke disaster with Bud Light. So now they're using their billion-dollar legal machine in an attempt to financially bleed us dry. But unlike them, we're not just a corporation looking to maximize profit. We're a movement of Americans who have had enough. So, I'll kind of stop there. I would love to hear what you guys think about it. Number one, do you think that Anheuser-Busch, who owns the trademark Michelob Ultra, is trying to weaponize the legal system against the ultra-right beer? Or do you think it is actually a likelihood of confusion between the ultra-right beer that's owned by ultra-right beer company and Michelob Ultra that's owned by Anheuser-Busch? I know they smashed the Bud Light can, but I guess kind of even going back to my kind of thoughts of this is not like retaliatory is the fact that they smashed a Bud Light can. I mean, I guess they own Michelob Ultra, so it seems like, in other words, them smashing a Bud Light can is that they're not even kind of suing for petitioning to cancel the term for Bud Light. They're petitioning to cancel in light of their trademark Michelob Ultra. So again, like I said, I don't think it's kind of retaliatory, but I may be, guys maybe disagree with me on that. Let me know how you think this is going to play out. Do you think the United States Patent and Trademark Office is going to cancel the pending application for the ultra-right beer, or do you think they're going to allow it to be registered as a trademark? In other words, do you think it's a likelihood of confusion, or do you not think it's a likelihood of confusion? I think it's some arguments on both sides. Me personally, I don't think it's maybe trademark infringement, just because, again, Michelob Ultra, the ultra-right beer, yes, they have the term ultra in it, but there's some other stuff going on to the point where I don't think it's going to be a trademark infringement. But like I said, I think Anheuser-Busch is well within their right to do this. But I mean, the ultimate thing is the fact that politics led to a company being birthed, which, like I said, I'm all for you kind of protecting the IP and building a company, because I know how difficult it is to do that. And then the fact that they're going into this fight between a big dog and Anheuser-Busch, that's all the more interesting. So let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section. Again, please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm, as well as hit the subscribe button to be a part of the IP community. Yeah, until next time, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Take care. Peace.